Are you ready?
Welcome to the most awaited program, the ASPAM Fest. But before we begin, let's start with a quote. Work hard, dream big and never give up. This year has been a very challenging time as the current pandemic situation that has expanded all over the globe is making a catastrophe. Yes, very true. But are there any preventive measures? Yes, Ira, there are. In fact, the most preventive measures are wear a mask whenever you go out and use a personal sanitizer that has to be alcoholic by 70%. These help you stay healthy. Thank you, Danica. My family and I will surely follow these preventive measures. And not just us, you all should do it. Now, let's begin with the show. Our topic of today's show is transport and communication. Is this communication? No. Is this transportation or communication? La 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 la. No. I think so you are confused. Okay, then let's go on a journey through time by 34 parts. Hello? Oh, Ira, what happened, Ira? Nothing, but communicating through phone is kind of hard unless there is no internet. I wonder what the history of communication is. I have some of my friends who can answer to your doubt. That's great! Let's bring them on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
But I cannot hear you much.
What? It's funny that you can't hear me. I can hear you perfectly.
Isn't this amazing? You're all the way in California and I am in London, and it's just like we are door to door.
What did you say?
I said it's just like we are door to door.
Did you see that? Here, we see that in history, we mostly communicated through telephones.
Fact 5. Alexander Graham Bell was the first person to invent the telephone in 1876. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisha. That was an amazing fact file. Over time, the means of communication has changed according to the periods. In the past, people used smoke signals as form of communication. However, smoke signals could only send a few simple messages that we could know of. This project is about the past.
Here, as you see, this project is about the past. These two telephones were invented in the 1800s.
The upper part, the telephone, is to hear the other person. The lower part of the telephone is to speak to the other person. The telephone is called the antenna telephone.
This telephone is very similar to the antenna telephone, as the upper part of the telephone is to hear and the lower part is to speak. But this telephone is called the vintage telephone. Thank you.
My battery! No! I'm stuck. My battery! Did you see that? That girl was talking from her watch. The technology has grown big. I think so. I have some few examples which can help you know more about present communication. But I cannot do it alone. I can call someone. Ah, Danica! Danica! Where are you?
Yes, I'm
Here,
here.
I can see you. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, hi. So, why did I call you? You know what? Some of my friends want to know how did the technology developed. So I have some few examples, but like I don't want to just explain all the examples by myself. I thought to have one partner, so I called you. So are you ready?
Yes, of course.
So let's begin. So I have three examples of latest examples, and there are many other like Apple Watch and other things. But I didn't include that because it'll be a lot, and I only include three things. So let's go with that. First is the AirPods. So this is the AirPods. Okay, and the AirPods are wireless Bluetooth earbuds. So it's wireless. So if you put phone somewhere and you're going somewhere, so suppose you kept your phone in the bed putting a song, and then you went to the kitchen cutting some onions, you can still hear because it's wireless. And it is created by Apple, and it was first released in 13th December 2016. Now I would like to call Danica to explain of the MacBook Pro.
Book Pro can help in processing and it can open many apps in one go. As you know, many other laptops can too, but the Apple device MacBook Pro is much better. Examples like Lenovo laptop is one of the processing laptops, but at the same time, the MacBook Pro can do many more features, has many more features, and can do more things.
And in its speed, it's very fast. Next but not the least, here we have the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The iPhone 11 Pro Max are smartphones designed, developed, and marketed by Apple phones. And each year, when they release the phones, it has different cameras. Like first phone was with one camera, second phone was two cameras, and this time it is third camera. So hope that we get four cameras next time when they release. So are you ready for a selfie? Then let's do it. Cheese. Was it funny? Right. So you guys see that there are many ways to communicate through laptops, through AirPods, even you can call in AirPods, and phone, of course, and phone, and many other things. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Ariba, with my companion, Leisha, will be taking you to the future. For now, the future of communication seems promising as possibilities keep expanding. The journey of communication has shown us thus far is that progress is inevitable, and with massive popularity over innovative technology, it seems that adjusting to new changes is far easier than rejecting it altogether. Lisha, what are you thinking of?
Nothing. But what are we going to do in the future?
Good question. I think so, my friends Arundhati and Danica have the answer to your question.
Oh, really? It's great.
They are having a show, and in the show, we will be seeing the future things from our present outlook.
Great.
For that, we need a time machine.
Oh, I think I have a time machine.
Okay, then let's use that. Come on.
Okay, everyone, let's go.
Coming.
Oh, finally.
Yes, it was a huge trip.
God, I think so. Everything is changed.
Yes.
Look at that strange girl.
Oh, yeah. She's just jogging like Usain Bolt. Let's move forward, Lisha. Hey, Lisha, let's take the tickets.
Okay.
I got 2 free tickets. Do you want one?
Yes, thank you.
Here you go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the ASPAM Fest show. Oh, I am glad that you all came to our show. Yes, but before we get started, I will begin with a quote. The future depends on what we do in the past. Wow, Danica, it was a very good thought from you. Now let's move forward. No waiting. So basically, we have created two devices called as Genus 12V and Snippet. So the Genus 12V is the battery which is inserted in the computers and the phones. So maybe it may not be inserted or it is inserted. Maybe sometimes or they give it in the when you buy the new phone. And then it's just like car batteries. It recharges its own. So we have recent two colors which are yellow and caramel color. You like popcorn? You like caramel popcorn when you go to the movie you have? It's the same color we chose. And the second device which we created is the snippet. The snippet is a device. It's created also in the recent and the company name is Chero. And also you can take a picture of a person, a book or anything. You can the name, age, living currently, from and status. And check if before you take a picture, you should always press the check antivirus. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Wow, it was an wonderful educational trip.
Yes, it was. Now let's head back to the present outlook.
Okay, come on. Let's go back to the time machine and go back to the present.
Come on. Okay. Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! This is quite more dizzy than before.
Yes. Whoa! I think it takes a little bit time to go to the present. Whoa! It's extremely crazy. Oh, we reached home.
Whoa! That was a great trip.
Really true. It was amazing.
This concludes our
Presentation. We hope
You enjoyed our
Educational project and
have gained some insight on communications. Thank you.
you.
So, Danica, now do you know what the history of the communication is? Yes, of course. And it was amazing. Danica came. What, Danica? Finally, I reached home. What happened, Danica? Why did it take a lot of time, Danica? Yes, Danica. Well, it was the traffic that was stopping. Oh, I wonder when this traffic will come to an end. Yes, but at the same time, there are millions of people around the world that use transport to get to places.
Hello everyone, I'm Dia.
I'm Shreya.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Alpha.
Let me introduce the new transport system Double Duker to UAE. Our objective is to travel smoothly with less cost and eco-friendly. Do you know UAE is the most traffic congested country in the Middle East? In Sharjah, the third largest city in UAE, is known for its traffic jam in morning and evening rush hours.
Are you one of them who stays in Sharjah and works in Dubai, spending long commuting hours in slow-moving traffic?
If yes, you might be spending an average of 3 hours 10 minutes per day in traffic. How do you feel when you're stuck in traffic? You feel angry and frustrated, right?
Yes, traffic congestions can cause stress, anger, back pain, and pain in legs. Besides this, there are a number of other things too. Environmental issues like air pollution and noise pollution, wastage of fuels and wear and tear of vehicles, and a lot more.
Using public transport will solve these problems to some extent. We think our project name, the Double Duker, may solve these problems.
Physically and financially, it is not easy to expand the roads. We think we can use the unused part of the road. The main feature of the Double Duker is its ability to fit inside the existing road infrastructure while remaining independent in the rest of the traffic.
It is possible because of its small bearing section and light composite body. It can move quickly on the specially made path between or on the sides of the lanes and over the traffic, creating almost no interference for the other vehicles.
It has high ramps of flywheels, which are the simple machines, maintaining its stability. It works under the principle of the gyroscope theory.
The ramps and flywheels adjust its height with the help of gyro sensors according to the height of other vehicles or obstacles on the road. Double Duker is eco-friendly as it uses the renewable sources of energy from this solar park. It uses the wind and solar energy produces.
Every 1.5 kilometers, there will be a stop like this for the double-decker, which is an easy access to the public. Every station will also have a charging point.
The concept of double-decker is universal, safe and cost-efficient.
Yes, the design and reliability of this concept is such that it can be used as emergency vehicles like ambulance and fire engines, which allows a quick access anywhere in the city regardless of the road condition. If there are traffic jams, it rises over the flywheel and moves between the rows of the car.
This is our model, and these two are the double-deckers.
This is the station for the double-decker, and these are the ramped up flywheels for the double-decker, and it adjusts the height according to the height of other vehicles on the road.
So guys, this is energy park, this is solar panel and this is windmill.
So friends, the energy from the solar panel and windmill is used for the double-decker.
Isn't that double-decker amazing? We think if this concept could be a reality, it would really help the citizens living in UAE. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Wow, the double-decker was amazing! Yes, true. And it can have millions of people. And especially, it is very helpful to people who travel place to place daily.
This flight is taking a lot of time. I don't know why. This transportation is taking a lot of time. What to do, right?
Yeah.
One of my friends told that they have something about kilometers in the duration.
Oh yeah, let's go meet them and find out.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nehal and I am from grade 5A. Today I am going to demonstrate the measurement of flight path with the help of this model. In this example, our plane is going to fly from Sharjah, UAE to Mumbai, India. Today we are going to learn about the 4 variables of measurement of flight path. They are speed, distance, volume of fuel and altitude. The distance between Sharjah and Mumbai is 1,928 kilometers. By plane, it only takes 3 hours to complete this distance. For completing this distance in 3 hours, the plane flies very fast. It means the plane has speed. The commercial aircrafts take off at the speed of 240 to 285 kilometers per hour. It goes at the speed of 280 to 296 kilometers per hour. It lands at the speed of 241 to 265 kilometers per hour. As it goes higher, it flies faster. If the plane flies low, it will crash into birds and tall skyscrapers. The plane flies about 31,000 to 38,000 feet high, which is above the troposphere, starting of the stratosphere below the ozone layer. For covering a huge distance at very high speed, the plane needs a lot of fuel. For covering 1 kilometer, the plane burns 12 liters of fuel. For covering 1,928 kilometers, the plane burns about 24,000 liters of fuel. Now burning this much fuel does harm the environment. My friend Anya is going to tell you more about it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Anya and today I'm going to talk about how do planes harm the environment. When they fly in the air, they create noise. So they're responsible for noise pollution. Aircrafts burn a lot of aviation fuel, like how our cars run on petrol. Flying aircrafts generate exhaust emissions like CO2
nitrogen oxides, water vapor, and particulate matters which pollute the environment. Sometimes aircrafts dump fuel during emergencies. Many times in the world, there's an air traffic jam around the busy airports in the world, such as Dubai, Mumbai, and Delhi. And aircrafts keep circling, burning more fuel and emitting exhaust gases. In snowy climates, lot of chemicals spread to de-ice the runways. Although the world is making efforts to reduce the above pollution, more and more people are traveling by air. So let's be more responsible and save Earth. Thank you. Now my friend Sadhvi is going to talk about hydrogen energy.
Good morning. My name is Sadhvi from grade 5A. Today I'm going to be talking about hydrogen energy. What is hydrogen energy? Hydrogen energy is energy made from hydrogen molecules. This energy can power vehicles without harming the environment. How does hydrogen energy work? Hydrogen energy is formed when hydrogen reacts with oxygen. This reaction makes energy. Benefits of hydrogen energy. There are many benefits to hydrogen energy. Some of them are environmental well-being, social benefits, and economic competitiveness. Now, my friend Yamini will be sharing her knowledge about the evolution of planes. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Yamini and I am from grade 5A. Today I am going to be talking about evolution of planes. Wilbur and Orville Wright were American inventors and pioneers of aviation. In 1903, the Wright brothers achieved the first powered, sustained, and controlled aeroplane flight. They surpassed their own milestone 2 years later when they built and flew the first fully practical aeroplane. The Wright brothers invented and flew the first aeroplane in 1903, recognized as the first sustained and controlled heavier-than-air-powered flight. Aeroplanes had a presence in all the major battles of World War II. The first jet aircraft was the German Henkel He-178 in 1939. On December 17, 1903, on the beaches of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the world's first aeroplane lifted off and changed the world forever. The Wright brothers' first flight lasted only 12 seconds, but the fourth flight lasted 59 seconds and demonstrated that the brothers had created a true plane. The Wright Flyer was the name of the first aeroplane made by the Wright brothers. Now, my friend Viharika will tell us about unit of measurements. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Viharika and I'm from grade 5A. Today I'm going to talk about unit of measurement across the world. In different countries, there are different units of measurement. Unit of measurement used in airline industries are as follows. Speed is measured as kilometer and mile. Distance is measured as kilometer per hour and mile per hour. Volume of fuel is measured as liters and gallons. Altitude is measured as feet or meters. Thank you.
Hey, why's Ira not dancing? What happened, Ira? You're feeling very bored and sad. This information is very good and all, but it's kind of boring and I need some entertainment. Okay, then let's have some victory by our Zumba team! Woohoo! Dun, 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 dun.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I'm lost my mind.
topic, transport and communication. So Danica, I have this doubt from the start itself. So, what if you're taking a flight to Italy and somebody stole your baggage? What would you do? Wow, this is a challenging question. Let's see a story which is explained by a few of our friends with a similar situation. Let's get on with the story then.
Good morning, everyone. I am Neha from 5A, and with my team members, we prepared a project on ASPAM Fest by Neha Nishan, Raksha Kalkar, Likita Madan, and Shasmin Khanum. Subject English. Our topic for the ASPAM Fest is transport and communication. Before we go with the project, let's see what is transport and communication. Transport and communication are ways for us humans to overcome the barrier of physical distance. Now I call upon Likita to tell us more about transport and communication.
Transportation. Transport generally involves the movement of people or goods from one place to another. Communication. Communication is the passing of information or data from one source to another. Transport. There are different kinds of transport we use. There are three main types of transport: land transport, water transport, and air transport.
Now I call upon Raksha to state the three types of transportations.
Land transport. Land transport is the transport or movement of people, animals, or goods from one location to another location on land, such as car, taxi, bus, van, etc. The two main forms of land transport can be considered to be rail transport and road transport. Water transport. Water transport is the process of moving people, goods, etc. by barge, boat, ship, or sailboat over a sea, ocean, lake, canal, river, etc. Some water transport can go underwater like submarines. Air transport. The movement of passengers and cargo by aircraft such as airplanes and helicopters. Air transportation has become the primary means of common carry traveling. Hot air balloons are also a type of air transport.
Communication. Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place to another. These include our emotions, the cultural situation, the medium used to communicate, and even our location. Our story.
An unforgettable
flight miss.
Now I may call upon Likita to tell us the summary of our story and Raksha to integrate it with transport and communication.
A man named Joy goes on a business trip in New York and is returning home in Chicago. But after going to the airport, his laptop bag along with the passport were stolen. In that panic situation, he meets his old high school friend Ben, and together they find Joe's belongings with the help of police.
Here we try to integrate the story with transport and communication through various ways, especially through an introduction to the school bus management system. When we look back to how communication has advanced over the years, it really is quite incredible. The internet has had a revolutionary impact on communication, including the rise of near instant communication by email, instant messaging, telephone calls, video calls, discussion forums, blogs, and social networking. The internet has made communication easier and faster. It's allowed us to stay in contact with people regardless of time and location. It has accelerated the pace of business and allowed people to find their voice and express themselves through social media, YouTube, and memes. The internet has connected and divided us like nothing before. Meantime, we have included the importance of cyber safety, which is very important in this digital world. To correlate the story with science, we have included a small section about air pollution and importance of bicycles. Since the travel and communication is a very vast topic, we can expand the story with more details correlating other subjects too. However, due to the time limitation, we are shortening the story.
Now, let's have our dear friends to narrate the story.
Mr. Joy was heading back home in Chicago after a long business trip in New York. He went to his hotel room after attending a long meeting and packed his baggage in a hurry and rushed to the airport, but forgot to lock the bags. After reaching the airport and done with the immigration clearance, he got his boarding pass and was instructed to wait for boarding. Joy checked the time. Oh, still almost 2 hours left. He thought of having a small purchase from the duty-free shops as he could not buy any gifts for his family during the tight meeting schedules. After an hour, he felt tired and thought of taking a rest until the final boarding call. He kept his bags on the chair and went to the washroom. After he came back, it was a panic situation as his laptop bag was missing where he kept the passport, report cards, laptop, business cards, diary, checkbook, etc. He checked his pocket and found his mobile phone there and thanked God.
Wait, what? Where is my laptop bag? I had all of my important things in my bag and now it's lost? My password, report cards, laptop, business cards, diary, checkbooks, all are lost. Did someone take them? Or did I leave them at the hotel or forgot to take them? Oh no, now what should I do?
Joe was worried and started to search here and there. There was only 45 minutes for the flight to take off and few minutes left for boarding call. He was searching in a panicked mood. He could not find them, no matter where he searches. Joe sat there in disbelief.
But how did this happen? I packed all my belongings. Let me think. Oh, I forgot to put the locks. But why? How did I forget the locks? Oh, I get it. I was in a hurry that I forgot about the locks.
Joe was very worried and in tension as he was thinking how the robber can misuse his mail, credit cards, and bank accounts. Moreover, he lost his passport too. Joe sat sadly thinking what to do next. Suddenly, somebody came in front of him and called him with a great excitement.
Joe, how are you doing, my old friend? It's been a long time since we've met.
He raised his head and looked at the person. It was his old high school friend Ben. Even though he felt a bit relief when he saw Ben, Joe was totally upset.
How are you doing, my old friend? It's been a long time since we've met.
I'm fine, Ben.
What's the matter? Why are you so worried?
Joe told Ben how he lost his laptop bag and passport and worried the robber can misuse his bank and mail accounts.
Did you sign out of your accounts?
No.
Did you put your password strong?
No.
If you keep your account signed out when you're not using your laptop or put strong passwords, people can never hack or misuse your accounts. By the way, where is your mobile phone?
Mobile phone is in my pocket, but I'm worried about the cyber safety and my passport. Without it, I'm not able to travel too. Even though I have taken several classes on cyber safety, I have done the same mistake in hurry.
Okay, we can't do anything except to file a police case report. I will go to the police station while you stay here and try to figure out who stole your bags.
No need to go to the police station. We can make the complaint over the phone now itself. But how about my flight?
Yeah, I forgot. We can make the complaint over the phone. And don't get worried, there is still half an hour for your flight.
Okay.
Joe took his phone and called the emergency police number to book the complaint for the lost bag.
Hello, sir. How can we help you?
Joe and Ben told the full story to the police. The police asked all the details and told not to worry, they will find the thief shortly. They also helped Joe to communicate with the bank and block the credit card and accounts for the time being. Without wasting any time, the police started their investigation.
Joe, don't worry about the bank accounts, as a thief cannot do anything since your account is freeze for the time being. It is a great development in communication so that we can access our accounts or communicate with anyone from anywhere in the world. But we have to be careful about cyber safety.
Ben, it's very true. The technology has developed very fast and have a great impact on our daily lives. I could control my bank accounts from anywhere. Same time, if somebody has my account details, then they can misuse it. We can communicate with people all over the world through our computers or our mobile phones. But a small carelessness leads to a big cyber safety issue. We should not keep our accounts logged in or share passwords or anything to anyone. It's a great lesson for me.
Suddenly, the flight crew called the passengers for boarding. Joe was totally down and he looked pale.
Joe, don't think about the flight now. We can book the ticket for the next flight once we get back all the documents. Meantime, we can report to the airport authority as well as the airline support team and try to get the refund of the ticket fare.
They both went to the report to the airport authority and airline support team. When they came back, all the other passengers were boarded and the flight was taking off. Joe sat down with a deep sigh. Suddenly, his mobile phone started ringing and he attended the call. It was the police officer who went for investigation.
Sir, we have found the robber and fortunately got back your belongings. He was trying to sell it to a store nearby the airport and the shopkeeper informed the police as he suspected it was robbed stuff. We will come there as soon as possible with the bag after some formalities at the police station.
Thank you very much, sir.
Joe ended the call and turned to Ben with a smile in his face.
What's the update, Joe?
The call was from the police officer and they got my things and the thief. They will be coming here after finishing some formalities in the police station. We have to wait here some more time. By the way, what time is your flight and where are you going? We didn't talk anything about both of us.
Thank God that you got all your things back. I have actually 1 more hour for my flight. Don't worry, I'm going to New Jersey to meet my uncle and family. Actually, I came here to meet my brother and thought of visiting my uncle on the way back. I'm settled in Dubai now and working with ASPAM IIS. My family is also there in Dubai. What about you?
Oh, that's great. I'm staying in Chicago with my family. I'm working with Mercedes Company right now. Here we had a 1 week meeting about the new safety measures which can be implemented in vehicles. We are researching on the new ideas which can alert the drivers to reduce the accidents, to alarm the next driver if he is not keeping a safe distance, and so on. All these can be implemented through a proper vehicle to vehicle communication.
It really sounds great. Actually, our principal was discussing about implementing a school bus management system in our school so that the parents will not get worried about the kids' bus timing and safety. What's your opinion, Joe? How can we implement it?
Of course it can, and it's a great help for the parents as well as school authorities. The school authorities and parents will get notified about the bus delays, bus breakdown, route deviation, newly scheduled stops for new kids. Parents no longer need to call the school to check the status of the school bus, and it will be a great help during trips and picnics. And no more missed buses for the kids. There will be a school bus attendance record as well, which can be easily verified. A lot of other details can be communicated through this bus management system as per the school authorities and parents' requirement.
Joe, I will discuss with our principal and update you on the feedback once I reach back to UAE. And if your trip is not urgent, we can hang out and see the city. I too will postpone the trip. We are meeting after several years. Let's enjoy for a few days.
Yeah, sure. Once the police will hand over my bags, we will go out and let's rent two bicycles to see the city as better as it is better for the environment as well as our health. Let us not pollute the air more and give good exercise for our body, and we can stop or park anywhere if needed and take our own time to see the city. Taxi will not wait for us for a long time. Moreover, it reminds us for our school days too.
Totally agreed, Joe. Now we have our dear friend Jasmine to integrate it with cyberbullying.
Hello friends, have you heard of cyberbullying? That's my topic for today. Have you ever had any of the following happen to you? A nasty and intimidating text message sent to you. Embarrassing photos of you circulated on social media. Rumors spread about you via email. If any of those happened to you, you were a victim of cyberbullying, which is a kind of bullying that occurs thanks to electronic technology like phones, computers, email, social networks, text messages, apps, in game chat, and so on. Let's learn about cyberbullying, signs, effects, and solutions. Cyberbullying can have a seriously negative effect on children. Those who are cyberbullied can suffer from all sorts of negative effects, such as a drop in academic performance, an increased risk of health problems, change in diet or sleep, low self esteem, the use of drugs or alcohol. Since these effects can have a lasting impact, parents must be aware of the solutions related to cyberbullying. First, parents need to be proactive about what electronic mediums of communication the kids use, when, where, and with whom. This will help them better understand where the kids are being bullied and by whom. They can ask their kids questions to find out this information, and they can follow or friend their child to keep an eye out for any bullying. Now I'm going to share you some tips for avoiding cyberbullying. Avoid opening unknown links and messages sent by strangers. Upgrade your privacy settings. Avoid unnecessary posting on social media. Do not reply to unknown messages or befriend strangers. Do not suffer in silence. Alert your parents, teachers, friends, and in extreme cases, report the police. Respect each other and do not bully. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine, very much. It was very wonderful. Now we have a short video on airplanes. Now we have a video on bicycles. you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danica and your friends. Now I got the answer to my question.
Welcome. Even I got the answer, you know?
Oh, I did not know that. What? Arundhati, why are you peeking? Nothing, but even I peeked it while the other students were talking about the story.
You were peeking from that time?
Oh my gosh! Now let's just leave that down. And now we can move with the main topic. We have learned more about transport and communication, but outside the world. We didn't look inside. Means UAE.
Very true. We haven't even talked about that. Let's hear. Here there's this Arab Emirati woman.
Yes.
Let's see if we can ask her.
Yes, of course. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Ismi Danika.
واسمي أرندتي. واسمي أيرا. تشرفنا. هل تعرف شيئا عن النقل المختبئ بالإمارات العربية المتحدة؟ نعم. الموضوع الموصلات هي الطرق والموصلات المعروفة باسم هي الطرق والموصلات. السلام عليكم. اسمي أيرا. أنا في الصف الخامس من مدرسة أسبام الهندية الدولية. الموضوع الموصلات هي الطرق والموصلات المعروفة باسم هي الطرق والموصلات هي الهيئات الحكومية المستقلة الرئيسية للطرق والموصلات في دبي. تأسست في عام 2005 وهي مسؤولة عن تخطيط وتنفيذ مشاريع النقل والمرور. إلى جانب التشريعات الخطة الاستراتيجية للنقل في المدينة هي إحدى ضوءات حكومة دبي. الخدمات الرئيسية لهي الطرق والمواصلات هي السيارة الأجرة والترام والمترو والحافلة والباص المائي. ومن أقوال شيخ محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم: المنافسة تجعلك تآمن أقوى وأفضل. المنافسة لا يخشاها إلا الضعفاء. شكرا.
السلام عليكم. اسمي نكهة المتوالي. أنا أدرس في الصف الخامس المدرسة الأسبام الهندية الدولية. هل يمكنك رؤية مني زجاجي ضخم خلفي؟ نعم، كلكم على حق. إنها شركة اتصالات الشهيرة ومشروعي هو النقل والاتصالات. نموذجي يحث على النقل مثل النقل البري ونقل الجوي ونقل الثقب الحديدية مع الاتصالات مثل بني اتصالات. تأسس اتصالات عام 1976. اليوم نحن جميعا محظوظون جدا لممارسة تعليم من خلال التعلم القطرة والمرور بسرعة الإنترنت التي تقدمها الاتصالات. ثانيا، يتضمن نموذجي أيضا مترو دبي تم افتتاحه في 9 سبتمبر 2009.
السلام عليكم. اسمي أنجليدا من الصف الخامس شعبة ألف. سأتحدث عن الاتصالات. ما هو التواصل؟ الاتصال هو تبادل المعلومات أو الأخبار من خلال الإنترنت والتواصل الاجتماعي نتواصل عبر الأرض. شكراً.
The Emirati woman helped us a lot, right? Yes. And she helped us understand what it really is. Yes, the roads and everything are called from inside the UAE, in fact. And there is an authority of RTA. Wow, it has explained so much about the UAE. Yes, true.
Our technology has gotten advanced. As globalization boosts technology, the inventions are made faster. So here we have a few students to give us information about the fastest transportation in the world, called the Hyperloop. With this mode of transportation, we can get our destinations within minutes. For example, from Abu Dhabi to Dubai or vice versa, we will only take 12 minutes. So let's get on with the show.
Hyperloop Dubai inaugure un nouveau mode de voyage révolutionnaire ultra rapide. Populièrement connu sous le nom d'Hyperloop Dubai ou Hyperloop One. Ce projet réduira le temps de trajet de Dubai à Abu Dhabi d'un à 12 minutes. La société qui construit le premier système de tri hyperboucle ultra rapide au monde aux Émirats arabes unis achèvera une première phase de construction la prochaine. Hyperloop va utiliser la technologie pour une liaison à grande vitesse entre Dubai et Abu Dhabi, réduisant les temps de trajet en seulement 12 minutes. Merci.
Hyperloop Dubai. Hyperloop Dubai ou Hyperloop One inaugure un nouveau mode de voyage révolutionnaire ultra rapide, populairement connu sous le nom d'Hyperloop Dubai. Ce projet de plusieurs milliards de dollars réduire le temps de trajet de navigateurs Dubai-Abu Dhabi d'une heure environ à 12 minutes. Hyperloop France. Pourtant, l'Hyperloop France est un des plusieurs projets d'Hyperloop gagnés en visibilité, dont celui du franco-canadien Transport. Un prototype devrait voir le jour en 2022 avec une homologation européenne d'ici 2025.
Bonjour, ASPAM, je suis Véronique et aujourd'hui je suis ici avec Mr. Robert et je vais lui poser quelques questions sur les nouveaux trains lancés à Dubai, le Hyperloop. Alors, sir, I'm from ASPAM News and I would like you to be asking you a few questions on the Hyperloop. Is it fine?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay, so let's start. The first question. Que pensez-vous de la Hyperloop? What do you think about the Hyperloop?
Yeah, it's a really nice mode of transport which will be, I believe soon it will be launched in UAE. I think all the preparation are going on.
Nice. Pensable the Hyperloop based on the remuneration. Do you think the Hyperloop need more improvements?
Actually, since it's not been launched, so we are not pretty sure that any further improvement required or not. But once it will be launched, they will analyze everything, and if anything required, I think they will be having a proper technical team, and then they will do it.
Nice. Le Hyperloop est productif et ambitieux pour atteindre les goals, les bureaux, etc. Ce que vaut la peine. The Hyperloop is productive and efficient to reach school, office, and etc. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely it will help to the community and offices, schools, not yes, people who is traveling far, they will be requiring, but like people like us, we travel a lot from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. I used to go twice a week, so I used to take almost 1.5 hours to reach there, or 2 hours sometime. So it will help us if we can save the time.
Yes, that's a very nice answer, I believe. Pensez-vous que le Hyperloop est dangereux à cause de sa vitesse? Do you think the Hyperloop is dangerous because of its speed?
I don't think so. Definitely the Hyperloop team have already analyzed everything and they will be reviewing everything. So I don't think so, but once it will be launched, more things will come to know soon.
Last question. That's a nice answer, and pensez-vous que l'inventeur de la Hyperloop devrait participer à la Expo 2020 à cause de ses idées? Do you think the inventor of Hyperloop should take part in the Expo 2020 because of its ideas?
Yeah, of course they should. They should participate in 2021 Expo, and it will be a good. People will come to know more about this Hyperloop, since it's an initially phase. So once their team will be here, people will be visiting them, and they will come to know more information about the Hyperloop.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering all the questions for ASPAM News. Thank you, ASPAM News, for watching today's question and answer with Mr. Rohit. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Merci.
Hyperloop Dubai inaugurates a revolutionary new mode of ultra-fast travel, popularly known as Hyperloop Dubai or Hyperloop One. This project will reduce the travel time from Dubai to Abu Dhabi from 1 hour to 12 minutes. The company that builds the world's first ultra-fast Hyperloop train system in the United Arab Emirates to complete a first phase of its construction next year. Hyperloop will use the technology for a high-speed link between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, reducing travel time to just 12 minutes. Hyperloop is a sealed tube or system of low-pressure air tubes through which a pod can move sensibly without air resistance or friction. The Hyperloop could transport people or objects at air or hypersonic speeds while being very safe.
Now we are Shreya and Pragati presenting a role play connecting child rights and transportation. Namaste.
Namaste.
So Shreya, can you give us a brief of the role play?
तो इस रोल प्ले में ये खेल चाइल्ड राइट्स और परिवहन से जुड़ा हुआ है।
ठीक है श्रेया, क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि छोटे शब्दों में कहानी का रोल प्ले क्या है? Can you tell what is the role of the story in small words?
तो इस रोल प्ले में प्रगति को एक पायलट बनना था और मैंने बोला कि जो मैं बोलूंगी वो वही बनेगी। फिर प्रगति ने बोला कि ये बाल अधिकार के अगेंस्ट है और फिर मैंने बोला बाल अधिकार होता क्या है और फिर प्रगति ने पूरा बोला कि बाल अधिकार होता क्या है। Translation. So Pragati wanted to become a pilot and
And I told whatever I say will only become that. And then she told that this is against child rights. And I was saying, what is child rights? So then Pragati said fully that what's child rights?
ठीक है श्रेया, धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.
यह श्रेया द्वारा अचानक रूप में समझाया गया था और अब रूप करते हैं. Shreya has explained wonderfully, and now let's start.
नमस्ते, हम कक्षा 5 के छात्र आज आपके सामने एक खेल प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं. ये खेल बाल अधिकार और परिवहन से जुड़ा हुआ है. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. स्टार्ट. बेटा, तुम क्या कर रहे हो?
हाँ, मैं अपने खिलौनों के साथ खेल रही हूँ, जो कि बहुत मजेदार है.
अच्छा बेटा, आज हम एक गेम खेलेंगे. वो गेम हवाई जहाज पर है. अच्छा, ये गेम खेलने से पहले मुझे आपसे एक प्रश्न पूछना है कि आप बड़े होकर क्या बनोगे?
होकर एक पायलट बनना चाहती हूँ. अपने हवाई जहाज को बादलों के बीच में से लेके जाना चाहती हूँ. आसमानों में अपने हवाई जहाज को उड़ाना चाहती हूँ और अपने सपनों को एक नई उड़ान देना चाहती हूँ.
नहीं, जो मैं बोलूंगी तो वो ही बनेगी, कोई पायलट नहीं बनेगी.
मैंने अपनी जिंदगी का लक्ष्य बहुत पहले का चुन लिया है, जिसमें आप ऐसे दखल अंदाजी नहीं कर सकती. आपको मुझे पायलट बनने देना होगा. मुझे अच्छी पढ़ाई करवानी होगी. मेरे लक्ष्य को पूरा करने में आपका भी हाथ होना चाहिए माँ.
मेरा हक है कि मैं तुम्हें बड़े होकर क्या बनने दूंगी, और मैं सोचती हूँ कि हम ये बाद में सोचेंगे.
हाँ, ये बाल अधिकारों के खिलाफ है.
बाल अधिकार, ये क्या होता है?
माँ, बाल अधिकार एक ऐसी चीज होती है जिसमें एक बच्चे को शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और पारिवारिक जीवन जीने का पूरा हक होता है. यहाँ तक कि एक बच्चे को अपने जीवन का लक्ष्य चुनने की भी पूरी छूट होती है, जो आप मुझे नहीं दे रही हैं माँ. आप बाल अधिकारों के खिलाफ जा रही हैं, जिसके लिए आपको एक बड़ी सजा भी मिल सकती है. ये होते हैं बाल अधिकार.
सॉरी बेटा, अब मुझे समझ आ गया कि बाल अधिकार एक बालक या बालिका के लिए बहुत महत्व है और हमारी जिंदगी में भी बहुत महत्व है. थैंक यू बेटा, मैं कभी भी ये नहीं करूं. धन्यवाद. आशा था कि आपको हमारा खेल अच्छा लगा.
मेरा नाम प्रगति त्यागी है और मैं कक्षा 5वीं की छात्रा हूँ. आज मैं आप सभी को परिवहन के ऊपर कुछ बताने वाली हूँ. पुराने जमाने के लोगों को एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान जाने के लिए बहुत कठिनाइयाँ उठानी पड़ती थी, क्योंकि उनके पास गाड़ी, मेट्रो या ट्रेन जैसे परिवहन नहीं होते थे. पुराने जमाने के लोग पहले एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान जाने के लिए जानवरों का इस्तेमाल करते थे, जैसे कि ऊंट, घोड़ा या फिर बैल. धीरे धीरे करके लोगों ने जहाज में जाना शुरू कर दिया. अब हम सभी के पास गाड़ी, ट्रेन, रेलगाड़ी और ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, जिससे हम या फिर कोई भी आदमी एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान बहुत ही आसानी से जा सकता है. अब हम हमारी प्यारी श्रेया से परिवहन के ऊपर एक छोटी सी कविता सुनेंगे. तो श्रेया, सुना दो सबको.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम श्रेया केवल रमानी है और मैं 5वीं कक्षा में पढ़ती हूँ. आज मैं आप सबके सामने एक कविता प्रस्तुत कर रही हूँ, जो मैंने लिखा है, और कविता का शीर्षक है परिवहन. पुराने जमाने में न थी बस और न ही कार. सभी लोग चल कर हो जाते थे थकान का शिकार। फिर हुआ पहिए का आविष्कार और जिंदगी हुई आरामदायक और मजेदार। किया करते थे राजा घोड़े और ऊंटों पर सैर, कुछ लोग आते जाते प्रयोग करके अपने पैर। न था धुआं न था प्रदूषण, स्वच्छ हवा थी धरती का आभूषण। नए दौर और नए यातायात के साधन, हवाई जहाज, रेल, बस और नए नए वाहन दूरियां कम करें और समय बचाएं। और कितना आपको परिवहन का महत्व बताएं? धन्यवाद।
This is a fight song. Take back my life song. Oh, am I right? How come you're singing, Arunati? Nothing. I just want to sing because I want something entertainment. So
Me too. Just that dance wasn't enough.
yeah, I know. Guys, what you thinking of?
Well, we're just saying that we need more entertainment.
Yes.
We're so lazy after just standing here.
Aha! I have a few friends who can show you some music entertainment. What? That's great. Okay, let's get on with the song. Woo!
I can see a car, I can drive. I can see a plane, I can fly.
I can see a bike, I can ride. I can see a boat, I can sail.
But where can I go? Where can I go? I don't know.
I can see a bus, I can drive. I can see a balloon, I can fly.
I can see a train, I can ride. I can see a ship, I can sail. But where can I go? Where can I go? I don't know.
Do you know how we used transportation in the earlier days? Now we have a batch of students who would like to differentiate between the earlier days of transportation and the current affairs. So let's get started.
Whoa, who knew they used these type of things for communications back then? Have you ever wondered how transportation was back in the old days?
So basically our topic is about transportation. And most of you are curious about what's the difference between modern transportation and old transportation. So in this project, we put the two together to answer your questions.
I will be talking about the modern transportation side of our project. In our project, we put cars, the major ways of transportation right now. Cars were invented in 1885. Fun fact, the oldest car company is Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz is the oldest car brand. Today, the brand is best known for their wide range of luxury cars. Thank you.
I will be talking about the old transportation side of our project. In our project, we added camels, as Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to travel by camels. It was the most common transportation back in the olden days. People started using camels as a transport since 930 BC till 20th century. Thank you.
The good and the bad things about old and modern transportation are that in the olden days, people used to travel mostly with animals, and animals can carry. bacteria or viruses. In the olden days, people could get fresh air easily. Nowadays, people travel with cars, in cars, and that can protect you from storms. Now people travel in cars. When they feel hot, they turn on the AC. That's not good for the environment. Thank you.
This is the oldest side of our project. In here we added camels because since 1930 BC, some people continued the tradition of using camels as transport till 20th century. And this is the modern side of our project. Cars were made in 1885 and they have better and more successful cars like BMW, Mercedes-Benz and Tesla. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As we were talking about the COVID situation earlier, we also have to take very good care of ourselves as it is also the flu season.
Of course, it is very important to take care of ourselves with the help of the COVID-19 precautions.
Now, let's interview a doctor to clear up all our questions.
Yeah.
Good
can
afternoon,
proceed.
sir. My name is Aaron, and this is Danica. And so we both will be asking you some questions related to COVID-19. And we also want to thank you, sir, for taking time out of your very busy schedule and having a session with us today. Yes, sir. The first question goes: so, what all are the steps you have taken to keep your family safe after you go home from your shift at the hospital?
The steps taken by me to keep my family safe when I come back to home are usually I start that from the hospital itself. That once we finish our COVID duties, we take a shower, change our mobile panels, and many of the things like before taking a shower, we usually wear PPE. So we remove our PPE, we remove our mask, change our new mask after having taking face wash and all. Usually, and then we take warm water before coming, and we perform all hand hygiene practice, and we take a small break, have coffee, and rest for a while, and check our temperatures, and then come back.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
When I enter the home, I remove my shoes outside the our quarter, and then I enter directly. Nobody will be there. I enter into bathroom again. I take another shower for preventing, and I remove all my clothes and put it in Dettol.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And now we move on to the second question. So we are all undergoing a very stressful situation. So, sir, how are you overcoming this stressful situation?
Yeah, whenever there is stressful situation, we should be calm. We should try to be calm, and at work sites, we should be adopting proper preventive strategies. If we are stressful, it doesn't means that you should be anxious and do wrong things. So we should avoid all wrong things and do properly. Like at work site, we should wash our hand, we should wear mask, and we should wear proper PPE and N95 respirator, and then this is all at the site of work, and we should place our mobile in sealable bags which we carry with a barrier, so that once we come out, we take out our mobiles from that and throw that into the separate baskets which are available for.
Okay, sir, and thank you. And then
at home, usually I come back and sit with my family. Before coming back, I do all proper procedure like remove shoes, take a shower, and after that I enter with the family, sit with them. Usually we wear mask initially for some time, but as time passed, now we are not using mask at home unless there is some symptoms like.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. And then the third question, sir. So there are a lot of patients that suffer COVID that come to you during the hospital. So how come you're not scared? So how do you face it? How do you cope with that, sir?
Yeah, there are a lot of patients who are suspected patients. In the hospital, we have made a separate wing, and in each wing, before entering the hospital, we have temperature recording system. So anyone who comes from outside will their temperatures will be recorded. And suppose if a patients are symptomatic, they will be diverted to the center. We have a separate wing where we see COVID patients. So we have separate rooms that are isolation rooms where we divert to them to these places, and we wear proper PPE before seeing the patients.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And now I'll move on to Danica for the rest of the questions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, thank you, sir. Question 4. How can doctors keep their families safe after providing COVID-19 care?
We can keep our families safe after providing COVID care. Usually, that's what the main important thing is: wearing PPE, mask, and all. Once we come back from that, we keep on using hand sanitizer, and we try to record our temperatures. We see whether we are symptomatic or not. If we are symptomatic, we try to avoid coming home. Initial period, I used to do like that because we were not aware where to go and how to do that. That's why we used to have our rooms in our hospital. So we used to go into our rooms and stay there only. And after a few days, maybe a month of precautions, that we were confirmed that we are able to manage ourselves well, and then I started to come back home. So this is a stressful time which we have spent. And regarding each time we come back home, we record our temperatures. We see whether we have some symptoms. If I get some symptoms, I will be away from my kids. I'll be sleeping in separate room, and then I go back to hospital and check my RT-PCR test.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What are the most common myths about COVID-19 that physicians should dispel for patients?
Yeah, most common myth are the symptoms. Now, everybody will have symptoms of sore throat, chills, cough, running nose, fever, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. These are the common symptoms. But we should keep in mind that whenever epidemic arises, our first differential diagnosis will be COVID. So if the symptoms are such and it is persisting, we need to do COVID testing immediately. And we should not think that these are the common cold and this is general gastroenteritis, maybe gastritis I have, and then I will not do anything for this. No, this is epidemic, and we have to take precaution so that we and our family are safe. Second myth is people who are old age, already sick, who are staying at home or in long-term care. In such people, we have to take care that we'll categorize into them into different categories, and then bring them whether they have mild symptoms, moderate symptoms. If they are mild symptoms or asymptomatic, we ask them to quarantine themselves and support them. And if they have moderate or severe infections, we bring them to our hospital and keep them in ICU. And we are thinking that the myths are like, no, we should kiss our elderly. They are very near to us. No, I will sit with my grandfather. I want to sit with him. There is no go. No. In this case, you have to take precautions, and you should not sit, and be careful, maintain social distancing and hand washing, and always do not forget to wear mask. And many people are now thinking that they should go out and be seeing playing outside outdoor, and are not maintaining social distancing. This is very scary situation. We should always try to stay indoors all the time, and we should maintain our physical activity, like do yoga, and also improve mental activity by playing with kids and indoor games, etc.
Okay, sir.
These are the myths. I think regarding the other myths like medications and all, they said that hydroxychloroquine, that was discussed by Trump also, president of US, that hydroxychloroquine is very effective. So, but these are the myths. They are not sure. We don't know which medicine is very effective. So prevention is better than cure. This strategy has to be kept in mind. Yeah, there are medicines now which are useful, and then new antibodies has been introduced by FDA and approved by FDA. So they are useful medicines, and many of the patients are improving, and we have to take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. The sixth question, the last question. How do pregnant women manage to stay protected while at work?
Yeah, regarding pregnant women, you are not allowing them to work in COVID areas, and we are shifting their duties from COVID to non-COVID areas, or else we'll ask them to do like some clerical work, non-clinical works. That's what we are posting them to the other areas.
Okay,
they
sir.
should not work in. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering all our questions, and we hope you have a wonderful
Thank you,
day.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sure thing. Would love to hear from you guys.
So, Mom, shall we start?
Go for it.
Okay, I'll start now. So, as you are a healthcare professional, how do you manage to keep a balance between your personal and professional life during this COVID times?
I mean, as much as I'm a healthcare professional, I'm a human being, so it's been very, very, very difficult. It's been quite challenging. And I think the biggest difference for me has been just really needing to maintain a daily routine. So, sleep, exercise, making time apart for work, and making time apart for joy, and making time apart for connection. These things are really important. Just really structuring my days so I don't get overwhelmed. That's been very important for me. Just not blurring the lines between work and what I do for leisure, because I know a lot of it, especially in the beginning, we were all at home. I'm at the office now, but I think some of you are doing e-learning as well. So it's really important that you guys are separating the time that you have, doing your work, and that you are connecting with friends and family. So I'd say routine. That's been my go-to. And just trying your best, all we can ask for this year is for us to collectively and individually try our level best, and staying compassionate with others and ourselves, because it's been a very difficult year for us all.
Yeah, that's true. So next question I have is, during these times, it is highly recommended to avoid social interaction. Do you think this will affect the social behaviors of people once we overcome the pandemic?
Absolutely, it will. We will see a lot of interpersonal challenges in students for sure, even in adults. We're already seeing a lot of interpersonal challenges as we go back into schooling or our social lives, as our restrictions have kind of eased up the past couple months. What are you guys seeing? Is it more challenging for you?
It's a bit challenging, but I don't think it's that challenging also, because normally also we interact like we with our friends. We do a Zoom call at the night and we talk. So I don't think there will be much a problem or difficulty in that.
I'm glad to hear that. I think our clinical observation is that we will be seeing some interpersonal challenges. I think going forward, we'll know more of what they will look like. But we're all in this together. Humans are resilient, we're persistent, and we will overcome this just as we will overcome the pandemic.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so next question is, how can children, especially adolescents, improve their mental health during this pandemic?
As mentioned earlier, routine, guys, really does help. And I'll tell you a little bit about why. So, the biggest thing that we're seeing with the pandemic is uncertainty, and the antidote to uncertainty is creating predictability. And the easiest way to create predictability is to create a structure and create a routine in your days. So, even the simplest things as, brushing your teeth every night at the same time, sleeping at the same time, eating breakfast at the same time, just breaking up your day, celebrating the smaller victories in your day, just doing those things, even if it means like, you needing a nap at 4 p.m. every day, because it's overwhelming and tiring to look at a screen all day.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
doing those things for yourself is really important. Get creative, guys. I would really say, especially as an art psychotherapist, we really see how good it is to get creative. Get creative with your friends. I do know you guys have a lot of Zoom games and ways you can get creative on Zoom.
Yes.
Get creative with your family, draw, paint, sing, dance. Don't miss out on those things because we can't do them with other people in the way that we used to do them virtually. There are lots of ways that we can do them virtually now. So hopefully getting creative would really, really help too.
Ma'am, next questions will Pragati ask.
Yes, ma'am. So my question is like, other than emotional stress, as there are any medical health issues increased among students, such as fear of tension during the pandemic?
Yes, I would say the most common thing that we are seeing is anxiety. And people who already have anxiety are having a lot more anxiety. People who don't have anxiety, we're seeing social anxiety, we're seeing apprehensiveness, we're seeing anxiety with studies. So, anxiety is what has come up the most from a clinical standpoint. And just taking into consideration the fact that we're quite socially and emotionally isolated during this time. We're facing so much of this year without any of our usual support systems or emotional practices. And this builds an element of apprehension and anxiety, especially in young people. Do you guys think that's true? What are you guys seeing? What about yourselves?
Actually, ma'am, I'm not like that scared, as I know. Like if we take precautions, that much, we won't be actually face time with this pandemic. And yeah, we are taking precautions. I am taking precautions. I know that's
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are taking the precautions. I'm glad that you guys are doing everything to keep yourselves and others safe. But of course, all of these things have consequences, especially for young people. Your support systems, you guys don't get to go out and like watch movies with your friends and, go out to cafes and whatever you usually do to connect. So, of course, that kind of creates this atmosphere of isolation. Just one thing I would advise is when you are feeling isolated, do connect, speak to the older people in your family, to trusted adults in your life, with your friends through Zoom, but also reframe isolation into solitude. And solitude is a place where we can reflect, where there is introspection, So trying to reframe this negative idea of isolation into more of a positive solitude can really be more beneficial for us. So I would really recommend that to young people. You know, if you are really feeling isolated and you're just like, what do I do with my day? I don't know what to do with my feelings right now. Journal them, you know, process those feelings, draw about them, paint about them, understand what's going on with you. Why are you feeling this way today? Understand yourself better. Take it as an opportunity to meet yourself instead of an opportunity to see that you can't meet anyone else. I hope that helps.
Yes, ma'am, that really helps.
Yes, question to you is because of this pandemic, children have moved to their social interaction virtually. So, do you think that this will affect the children's emotional and social wellness and fitness?
Yes, I think it affects every individual differently, right? For me personally, I'm not a fan of the virtual. So this has been a challenge personally for me as a person, as a human being. I prefer to connect face to face. I know that a lot of young people are using this as an avoidance strategy as well. So it's a safer place to be because you guys are used to being behind screens. It's not the same for you. So a lot of you are using the screen to stay at home and avoid situations, avoid confrontations. Over time, this will create some challenges for sure. Because you know what? We're not going to be behind screens forever. You guys are going to be back in school. You're going to be with your friends. And we will see that that transition is going to have some challenges. So, of course, it does affect our emotional and social wellness. I also think it just limits connection, authentic connection, like just giving your friend a hug, you know, goes a long way when you're having a difficult day. And you just can't do that virtually. So I do think there are these small things, small moments in our life that are really precious that we're missing out on, even if it means just sitting with your friends on a lawn or, you know, lunch together, that hour that you guys have together every day at school. I mean, I remember from being in high school, that was such a meaningful time for me to connect with peers. So I'm sure missing out on those things will take its course for you guys emotionally. But, you know, going back into that space as well, just be mindful that if you are in a space of avoidance and you are like, hey, you know, it feels safer to be behind my screen now because I haven't been around people for so long, try to push yourself to do make that step to like go and talk to people, do interact. You know, the pandemic is not forever. We will get through this, and there will be a time where we all have to reconnect in person, and it will be anxiety inducing, but take those steps. Be patient with yourself, be patient with the people around you, show compassion, understand that it's not going to be easy for anyone, and we're all in the same boat here.
Yes, ma'am, that is actually like
Thanks
true.
God for answering.
And thank you, ma'am, for sharing your information with us. It was really nice of you.
You're very, very welcome. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add?
No, ma'am, that's it about our interview. Thank you so much
Well,
for
thank
giving
you
us your
so
time.
much. You're very, very welcome. It's our pleasure.
Thanks
Good
a
luck
lot,
to the
ma'am.
both of you. And
Thank
thank
you,
you so
ma'am.
much for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Okay.
Now let's have the vote of thanks by our assistant head girl and cyber warrior.
Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. By Albert Einstein. Respected Principal Ma'am, supervisors, teachers, and my dear parents. On behalf of ASPAM IAS, it is my privilege to extend a warm vote of thanks to each and everyone who are with us on this special occasion of our annual event ASPAM Fest, Libre como Art. I take this opportunity to extend my thanks to our principal ma'am, our supervisor, all our loving teachers without whom this event would not have taken place. And last but not least, our dear parents. Thank you, dear parents, for the effort you have put in to record these fantastic videos on this occasion, and also for all the trust and support which you have always provided us. Thank you and wish all of you a very pleasant afternoon and long weekend.